From the completion of new airports to extremely large bridges in large state venues all around the world, 2024 is filled with awesome projects looking to be completed. India is looking forward to completing its biggest and most massive solar power plants, while in Taiwan, they are on the verge of completing the Kaohsiung station, which is foreseen to be the biggest transportation hub link for trains and buses of all kinds. I am Hayden Clark, and today we will be counting down the 15 biggest projects to be completed in 2024. Starting with number 1, Six Flags Qiddiya, Saudi Arabia. This is one of the highly anticipated projects to be completed in 2024. Qiddiya is going to be Saudi Arabia's version of Disneyland. The first phase, which is expected to be finished in 2024, is predicted to cost more than $8 billion. It is projected to surpass all other entertainment cities by 2030, boasting a size of 334 square kilometers, and is situated about 45 kilometers from Riyadh center. The first phase, which is expected to be finished in 2024, is predicted to cost more than $8 billion. The $1 billion Six Flags theme park, the biggest amusement park in the world, will be finished during the first phase of Qiddiya. The official opening date of the theme park has been set for October 2024. The park is home to several attractions and rides that have broken records, including the fastest, tallest, and longest roller coaster in the world. Not only will this be the first Six Flags park to open outside of North America since 2004, but it will also be the first Six Flags park in Saudi Arabia. Number 2, the Seine cleanup in Paris, France. The river is the most well-known place where the goal of making the French city as clean and green as possible has spread. The huge cleanup effort, which will cost more than $1.5 billion, will include what looks like a huge rainwater tank, 50 meters wide and 34 meters deep, that can hold up to 46 million liters of water until it is tunneled to a treatment center. The Seine hasn't been swimmable for more than 100 years, but huge cleaning plants have been built to make that possible. Because the water had metals and feces germs in it, French authorities told people they couldn't swim in the river in 1923. The opening ceremony in Paris will also be held on the river, ending under the famous Eiffel Tower. It will be a stunning show that will surely beat all previous Olympic opening ceremonies. Number 3, Santiago Bernabéu Stadium in Madrid. Fans of football, especially Real Madrid legends, would be happy to hear that their favorite team's new home is almost done. It will cost about $1 billion to fix up the Santiago Bernabéu field, which is now being called the best football field in the world. Renovations to the stadium in Madrid, which looks like a big sandwich toaster, began in 2019. As part of the work, the stadium will be able to hold 4,000 more people. Steel strips that will be lit up at night are being put around the outside of the stadium to make it look nicer. The retractable pitch, which can be broken up and kept underground, is the most noticeable thing about the stadium. The stadium is also getting a retractable roof and new seats. Number 4, Kaohsiung Station in Kaohsiung in Taiwan. With more than 2.7 million people, Kaohsiung is the third most populous city in the island nation. This station is said to cost $1.5 billion. It is in the southern part of the country. This economic giant is home to Taiwan's biggest and 13th busiest port. The metro in the busy city is getting a huge makeover right now, and this new stop is right in the middle of the big project. It will be a real transportation hub with taxi, metro, local and intercity buses, and bike lines all connected. A 9.75 kilometer train tunnel with no less than 7 new underground stations is also there. The 8.5 hectare spot has a large canopy that makes it a new public park for this city that will open all year. The 8.5 hectare spot has a large canopy that makes it a new public park for the city that will be open all year. Number 5, iconic tower in Egypt. It's important to note that the cost of building this tower is $3 billion. The iconic tower is one of many amazing buildings that will be built as part of Egypt's government's huge plan to build a brand new cutting-edge capital city. There will be 80 floors in the iconic tower, which will be 394 meters tall. The first 40 floors will be offices, the next 10 floors will be branded flats, and then the last 30 floors will be a 5-star hotel. People will be able to see the new administrative capital from above, from a viewing deck that will be built on the 74th floor. It is being built by China State Construction Engineering Corporation. This tower is one of 20 being built in the central business area of Egypt's new capital. In May 2018, work on the tower officially began, and by June 2021, all of the main concrete work was done. The tower should be done by the year 2024. It will be the largest building in Egypt and all of Africa when it's done. Number 6. The one in Toronto, Canada. The next stop is Toronto, where the race to build Canada's new biggest building is reaching its final straight. The city is seeing a huge skyscraper boom thanks to strict zoning rules and a growing population. It will take about $1.3 billion to complete this building at one of Toronto's busiest locations. Soon, it will pass Chicago as the city with the second most skyscrapers in North America. The one, which was designed by Foster & Partners, will be 306 meters tall and will be Canada's first super tall building. When it's finished, it will have homes, business space, and a hotel. The tower is very tall for where it is located, which has caused some technical problems, especially with controlling the wind. These days, there are a lot of big buildings going up all over Toronto, which makes the wind blow down to street level. In order to get around this problem, cutaways have been made in the building's machinery floors to help stop the wind from blowing down on people below. Number 7. Oxley Towers in Malaysia. The world's second tallest building, the Merdeka 118 Tower, stands at 678.9 meters. This project will cost about $446 million. Other famous buildings in Kuala Lumpur include the Petronas Twin Towers, which have an unmatched sky bridge. Within the same tourist city, work is also underway on the 338-meter-tall Oxley Tower, which will be built next to the famous Petronas Towers. Building of this one-of-a-kind 78-story megastructure with 3 towers is currently underway on an area of about 3 acres, or 2 million square meters, and will be finished in 2024. Additionally, Oxley Tower has 2 sky bridges, signature offices, front stores, 5-star hotels, a rooftop park, and branded residences. Number 8. For Frankfurt in Frankfurt, Germany. Over the next few years, Frankfurt's skyline will get a lot higher. The cost of the project is 1 billion euros. The cost of the project is 1 billion euros and $1.65 billion US dollars. More than 50 tall buildings are being built and planned in this city right now. At the front of the pack is For Frankfurt, a huge project with 4 towers that will be finished in 2024. The group's largest new building will be 233 meters above street level. The city center and the banking area have been cut off from each other for decades, but this project will bring them back together and create a new mixed-use neighborhood in the process. It will be like having your own little city within a city, with offices, flats, a hotel, shops, and restaurants all in one place. Number 9. International Land Sea Center in China. 8 of the 10's world's biggest buildings will be in China by the end of 2024. Keep in mind that the cost of this project is about $6.7 billion US dollars. China is still ready to keep being the leader in towers, even though the government recently banned the building of new ones. In China's autonomous area of Chongqing, work is beginning on the 98-story International Land and Sea Center, which will have 11 towers. The beautiful technical work on this 458-meter tall project will be done in 2024. Number 10. Al Maktoum International Airport in Dubai. When it's done, Dubai South, an urban planner and developer, says Al Maktoum International Airport will be the biggest airport in the world. It took $33 billion US dollars to build the airport, which opened in 2010 for cargo flights and in 2013 for passenger flights. With room for up to 255 million people a year, it hopes to have more passengers than any other airport in the world by 2050. When it's done, the first phase will increase the airport's capacity to 130 million passengers per year, sometime between 2024 and 2030. The project will cover an area of 56 square kilometers. Talks are now going on to restart the project, which would be very good for Dubai's economy. The rise in traffic has made the chances for growth better. In 2022, 66.1 million people will pass through Dubai International. Chenab Railway Bridge in India. The Chenab Railway Bridge, which is about 358 meters above sea level, is the world's highest train bridge. It was built at the cost of about 14,000 crore, which is about 1.67 billion in United States dollars. There is a 42-kilometer bridge over the Chenab River. It is an arch bridge made of steel and concrete that goes from Bakal to Kauri. In November 2017, the ground support for the bridge was finished. The final bridge was finished and opened up to the public in August 2022. This bridge's deck is 359 meters high, and the whole thing is 1,315 meters long. The Northern Railway took care of the job. The bridge is shaped like an arch and has two ribs made from big steel beams. Number 12. Jubal 2 in Saudi Arabia. Jubal 2 is an industrial city project that has been going on for 22 years. Its second part began in 2014 with an 11 billion budget for growth. It will have at least 100 factories, a desalination plant with an area of about 800,000 cubic meters, miles of trains, roads and highways, and an oil refinery that can make at least 350,000 barrels of oil per day when it's finished. The project is supposed to be finished in 2024. Dubai Land in Dubai. From its start in October 2003 to now, Dubai Land has been called the world's largest leisure and entertainment destination and the Disneyland of the Middle East. According to estimates, the project is worth more than AED 18 billion, or just 4.9 billion US dollars. The 107 square mile plot is farther away from Palm Jumeirah, between Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road and the desert. In the master plan, there are 50 places for tourists to visit, spread out over 26 growth projects. Arabian Ranches, Dubai Sports, Falcon City of Wonders, and Gulf City are the four biggest projects. They are named neighborhoods. If you think of Dubai Land as being like Disneyland, the sites might not be what you expect. In Sports City, for example, the Formula One racetrack and the Olympic-level sports stadiums are popular with tourists who want to live or invest in real estate there. Number 14. International Space Station in space. Every 92 minutes, the International Space Station, ISS, goes around the world. It was made by a group of 15 countries and 5 space agencies, and the cost of building it is expected to be more than 60 billion. The space station and its planned additions could end up costing more than 1 trillion. At that point, it could be used as a home for up to 1 million people who live outside of Earth. Number 15. Dholera Solar Power Plant in India. There is a huge solar power plant in Gujarat, India, called the Dholera Solar Power Plant. It is said to have cost more than 169 million US dollars. Its 11 square kilometers in size can handle 700 milliwatts of power. The plant was built by Adani Green Energy. It uses a mix of fixed and tracking solar panels to get the most energy from the sun during the day. The rows of panels are linked to a central inverter system, which changes the direct current that the panels make into alternating current. The engineers working on the Dholera solar power plant had to deal with a lot of problems. To get around these problems, the project team used cutting-edge geospatial technology to survey the site and plan the shape of the building. A network of roads and tracks was also built to make it easier to move big pieces of equipment and materials. They also used cutting-edge technologies to cut down on water use and boost energy output so that the plant would be very efficient while having little effect on the environment. There is so much in the plan for this to work out and be completed in 2024. Which of these mega projects are you looking forward to the most? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you want to know important engineering details about the Las Vegas sphere, you should check out our video on how Las Vegas' sphere actually works. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.